It is often said that whatever unfolds in life happens for a good reason, but do we always truly believe it? Allow me to share a story that might help you grasp this profound truth. In a dense, ancient green forest, where the towering trees seemed to whisper secrets of old, a young man came running to a wise sage, tears streaming uncontrollably down his face. He fell at the sage's feet, his body trembling violently with overwhelming sorrow. The sage, as calm and serene as the morning sun, gently patted the young man's shoulder, his gaze compassionate, and softly inquired, "What troubles you, my child?" "Let me share a story with you," he said, his voice gentle but firm. "A long time ago, in a small village nestled amongst winding rivers, there lived a poor farmer. He lived with his devoted wife and young son. They didn't possess much, just a tiny, humble house and some grain carefully stored for the season. One year, a terrible, devastating flood violently struck the village. What have I done? He thought, remorse washing over him. But it was too late. Suddenly, a rescue boat miraculously arrived in the village to save people from the raging floodwaters. The farmer's wife smiled, tears in her eyes, and said, "See? Our son was right, help has come." But the farmer wasn't convinced. "How can you say that? We have lost everything, our home, our food, even a precious bundle of memories. What good can possibly come from this?" The raging waters mercilessly swept away homes, animals, and precious crops. The farmer lost absolutely everything, including the little food they had diligently saved. The young man, choking on his deep sobs, cried out, "I have lost everything. Thieves viciously attacked me in the forest. They stole all my belongings, everything I had. Now I possess nothing left, not even a way to return home. How can this possibly be fair? My entire life is utterly ruined." The sage listened carefully and then, with a serene smile, uttered, "Do not worry, my son. Whatever has happened, happened for a good reason." The young man's profound sorrow instantly transformed into raw anger. "How can you say that? This is the worst thing that has ever happened to me. How can losing everything possibly be good for me?" The sage remained completely unshaken by the young man's outburst. He sat heavily on the ground, holding his head despairingly in his hands, and cried, "How will we survive now? This is the end for us." But his young son, surprisingly full of unwavering hope, bravely said, "Father, don't worry. Whatever happens, happens for a good reason." The farmer's overwhelming grief instantly turned into a furious rage. "How dare you say that? Everything we owned is gone. There is nothing good about this." In his blinding anger, the farmer harshly pushed his son out of the house and shouted, "Leave! You are no longer my son!" The boy, heartbroken and openly crying, sadly left the house. As the day gradually passed and evening descended, the farmer began to deeply regret his harsh, impulsive words. The days slowly turned into weeks, and the farmer and his wife struggled desperately to survive. One day, his wife, ever practical, suggested, "Why don't you go to the city and find work? Maybe we can start over." The farmer reluctantly agreed. He walked for many days, tirelessly searching for work. Many doors closed firmly on him, and he began to lose hope, succumbing to despair. But just when he was about to completely give up, he miraculously met a kind merchant who generously offered him a job and even a place to stay. Years slowly passed, and the farmer worked diligently, pouring his heart into his new life. The young man looked at the stone closely and immediately realized it was no ordinary stone. It was a philosopher's stone, renowned for its incredible, immeasurable value. "Had you not lost your belongings," the sage said, his voice soft, "you wouldn't have met me, and I wouldn't have given you this. But always remember, every single event, whether perceived as good or bad, is an intrinsic part of a larger, intricate plan that we may not immediately or fully understand. Difficult moments often, paradoxically, pave the way for far greater opportunities and unexpected hidden blessings. Just like the farmer and his son who found remarkable prosperity after enduring profound loss, and the son who courageously discovered unwavering hope in his darkest despair, we must bravely trust the journey. Patience, unwavering faith, and enduring resilience are truly key to navigating life's inevitable hardships. Even when things seem utterly impossible, hold on steadfastly, because what feels like a devastating setback today might, in fact, be the solid foundation for a brighter, more fulfilling tomorrow. Everything truly happens for a reason, even if we can't fully grasp it right away. You can sell it in the city to regain what you lost. The young man left the forest, no longer sad, but now filled with hope and a profound understanding, carrying the shiny stone that could forever change his fate. One evening, there was a gentle knock at his door. When he opened it, he froze in sheer shock. Standing before him was his son, now a grown man, holding a bag and a wide smile on his face. "Father," the son said, his voice warm with recognition, "it's me. After you sent me away, I went to the city. I struggled fiercely at first, but then I found work, learned business, and eventually built my own successful company. I've come to take you and Mother to live with me. Look, I even bought a new house." The farmer couldn't believe his ears. He hugged his son tightly and cried tears of pure joy. His son smiled, his eyes twinkling, and said, "If the flood hadn't come, if you hadn't sent me away, none of this would have happened. Now we have a better life." The farmer laughed through his tears, a sound of profound realization. "You were right, my son. Everything does happen for a reason." The sage finished his story and looked compassionately at the young man. "Do you see, my child? Sometimes life takes away what we think we need, only to give us something even greater. Something truly unexpected and far more valuable." The young man listened quietly, still unsure. "But I've lost everything. How is this good for me?" The sage smiled kindly and handed him a small, shiny stone. "Take this. It's something I found deep in the forest. It might help you." Life is undeniably full of unexpected challenges, and at times, it may feel as though everything is rapidly falling apart around us.